guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe, and I wanted to talk about the 1995 film The Grave. This was a Vinegar Syndrome archive release, which means it's limited. After they run out, they do not print them anymore that I've seen. Sometimes they'll come out with standard editions of certain things, but this doesn't seem to be one of those. Comes with this heavy-duty slipcover, which is pretty nice, simplistic but cool looking, and it stars Craig Sheffer from Nightbreed, and he was also in Hellraiser Inferno, which I liked a lot. It sort of has a Tales from the Crypt, I wouldn't really say a Tarantino feel, maybe a tiny bit, but a very Tales from the Crypt type of atmosphere to it. The main point of the story is, I said Sheffer, it's Sheffer. Craig Sheffer's character and I think it's his friend, I don't think it's his brother, I thought it was his brother, but it's not, who's played by Josh Charles, who you'll recognize, are inmates in a prison. They bribe the prison guard, they leave, and while they're in prison, they hear a tip that there's this grave with all this money and jewels and stuff buried in it from this rich guy who died many years ago. So the point of the film is they're trying to find the grave, get there, dig it up, go in the mausoleum and steal all the gold. But in the meantime, they are getting wrapped up with other people. A main character, I don't want to say who, gets shot, and they go to a guy who I think works in a vet hospital, and he's trying to get the bullet out and heal the person, but they start sort of getting intertwined into the whole, bunch of mischief that's going on. Craig Sheffer's character starts going to visit his ex-girlfriend, and he starts sleeping with her again. Meanwhile, there are police involved, and they're sort of watching their backs because they don't want to get caught because they've now escaped from prison. And everyone sort of seems to kind of be against one another. So there's the main two characters, there's cops, there's the girlfriend, there's all these different sets of characters that are kind of playing against one another to see if this whole grave rumor is true. The movie starts out with someone in a prison telling this story to another character. I don't want to say too much because it'll kind of ruin it. And then there's a twist throughout the film, and then another twist at the end, and then the movie ends. I enjoy this one. I don't think it's great, but it's definitely a good, solid release from Vinegar Syndrome. Vinegar Syndrome tends to put out really cheesy, campy, sometimes crappy but fun films. This isn't one of those. This is actually one of the better movies. This feels like a direct-to-TV, maybe HBO sort of mystery thriller thing. Again, very reminiscent of something like Tales from the Crypt. So if you like that, I would definitely recommend The Grave. I like it, and I've watched it a few times, and I will probably revisit it over the years. Otherwise, I wouldn't have purchased it. It sort of has that feeling of I'm trying to think what year it's supposed to take place in. I don't know if it's supposed to take place in the 90s necessarily, but they're in the South, so it has that Brother, Where Art Thou kind of feeling to, with like Southern, everyone's kind of grungy and dirty looking. It has a newly scanned and restored 2K presentation from the 35mm vault elements, commentary track with writer-director Jonas Pate, Tales from Beyond the Grave, an interview with writer-director Jonas Pate, The Bottom Line, an interview with actor Keith David, who you'll know from many, many movies. He's the black guy with that really good voice that does a lot of voiceover work. I think was he the one in Requiem for a Dream? I think that was him. All the Way to the Morgue, an interview with effect artist Jeff Goodwin and Rick Poor. Ungraving the Score, an interview with the composer Alex Werman. Oh, it's limited to 5,000. Comes with a double-sided poster, reversible cover art, and subtitles. It runs a little over an hour and a half. There's the reversible cover art. I prefer the new cover art. And the poster, I think, is the same as the cover art, if memory serves. I think I opened it. I don't remember. Yeah, so it's the grave and then the rings. That thing with the rings comes into play as well. So it's a pretty fun kind of chase mystery where all these people are turning on each other. I could see why they're saying that it was made in a post-Tarantino world, because it sort of does feel like a Tarantino light type of film. So I enjoyed it. It was a cool little movie, and again, more upper echelon in terms of the kind of release it is than most Vinegar Syndrome releases. So let me know, guys, if you've seen 1995's The Grave. This one was always on my radar to pick up when I got it cheap. I knew I had to go after it because I'm a Craig Sheffer fan. I like Craig Sheffer. So let me know, guys, if you've seen it, what you thought of it, and if you do watch it on, I think it's Tubi, let me know. Thanks, guys, for watching. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.